Welcome back, everyone, to some more Dead Island Riptide. It's your boy Dallas May here. We haven't been back on Riptide in a good little while, and I thought, you know what? I ain't streamed it. Figured out how to stream it, play it, get back into the old classic familiars. Now, the story of this game, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty decent. It explains quite a bit, actually. This whole zombie outbreak on Palanai and Benoy was just to test a bioweapon. Which the company that made the virus on both games, basically they're a discount version of Umbrella. I mean, think about it. Pharmaceutical company, making biological weapons, testing them on people. That definitely sounds like a bastardized clone of good old-fashioned Resident Evil. Kindly die, zombie. Now, theories-wise for the game,
there ain't nobody else there to see that.
Alright, now where was I? Alright, theories-wise, a lot of people ask, who is in the boat at the end of this game? Who could it be? Well, if we go into the lore of Dead Island 2 and listen to some dialogue from Sam B, he talks about all the immune characters. It's actually during some dialogue between Sam B and Curtis, actually. And Sam B mentions that John is a good man. Is, not was. So that kind of confirms that John is alive. Logan's very much alive in Dead Island 2. We actually hear about Sam B talk about him. He says if that redneck had ever found out that I named a gun after him, or named something after him, he would never let me live it down. And then there's also the paper that we find in Dead Island 2 stating where are they now, where actually we find out that Logan, the guy I'm playing as right now, he is all the way in Montana. He was playing for, I guess, a Canadian football team, if I was to guess correctly. So we can pretty much confirm that Sam B, Logan, and John are all very much alive. Now for Perna and Xian Mei, I don't know if people would actually consider Escape Dead Island actually part of the main story. I don't know if it's just like it's not entirely an actual part of the story, which I don't know. I mean, it's got Xian Mei. She returns as an immune character. She helps kill zombies and whatnot. And Karen, we remember Karen from the first Dead Island, the arch enemy of me, also known as Ryder White on Discord. Yeah, Karen, he makes a return, or at least he makes a cameo or something like that. As far as it actually being a story, I'd like to think it's actually part of the story. We may never know, but I'd like to think that of it as a possibility. I mean, who says that it can't be part of the story? I mean, it actually has some of the returning characters, two actually important characters from the first game, which is Xian Mei and Karen, and I mean, I'd like to think it, but I never heard confirmation from the developers. But back to theory-wise, people wonder who it could be. Well, I happen to think it could be one of the non-immune characters, because if Shinmei, and that's a really big if, Escape Dead Island is actually a main part of the main story, which I don't know. I can't confirm that. But if it is, and she's actually at Narapella after Riptide, then that would confirm her being alive. As for Perna, I don't know. I mean, she was the one narrating the story credits at the beginning, so maybe she's alive? I don't know. But where could she possibly be is the bigger question, because Sam B mentions they stopped talking after what happened on the boat, which no one knows exactly what happened on the boat. Nobody knows. I mean, some people think that it was one of the immune characters that turned, some people think it's not. I happen to be one of the people that think that maybe it was one of the non-immune characters. Because looking back at all the non-immune characters, Trevor, Jane, Zoe, Chimamanda, Marvin, all of them, only a few of them get on the boat at the end of Riptide, and that's Chimamanda, Trevor, and Jane. Marvin most likely goes back to the hostel to find Sylvia. I don't remember seeing Zoe on the boat, so she might have stayed behind after finding out, that the island's not going to be nuked, so she might find a way to live on the island by herself. I'm not sure. But, as for Jane, Trevor, and Chimamanda,
Sounds like a crazy plan. I like it.
But yeah, as for theories-wise, I think it might have just been one of the non-immune characters, because I looked at all the non-immune characters, and there's only one character out of all of them that has any sort of visible injury, kind of, and that is Dr. Jane Hansen. And she has some bandages on her right arm, so it could be possible that she got bit by an infected or a walker and kept it bandaged up and hid. But if that's the case, then why didn't she turn at the same time Wayne does, right after they go through the tunnels and the ferry station?
So the lore-wise is that she wasn't dead yet. She injected the serum thing and it was slowly changing her arm. Hence the reason why she had the bandages.
But that's the thing, she was with us the entire time. Even the game states her as non-immune.
Meaning that the entire time she's been with you, she's been experimenting, trying to technically help you guys with the vaccine of the zombies.
Do you even know any of the lore or story of Riptide?
So, the Riptide variant is on one of the sub-islands, so, let me remember. Yes, so...
Bulldozer's all set. I put on 4 cans, but maybe I should add some more. Everything's ready. I'm setting it off.
Sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think, technically speaking, the zombie, the virus thing happened
The entire outbreak on Palanai and Benoit happened because of a pharmaceutical company called the Consortium. They were making the viruses and like trying to make bioweapons with them, and they were basically they used Benoit and Palanai to test those bioweapons. Now I don't know how Jane would tie into that kind of story. I don't. What would the connection be with her to them? I don't think there is one, because, I mean, she's just a woman that you find at a fishing village in Hawaii. You don't really find her in a lab or anywhere in particular like that.
Someone's mic is, like, really true now.
That is not mine.
Lily, you okay?
Hey, it's saying I have to finish some kind of progress first. Some nest must be unlocked to begin multiplayer. What does that mean?
Well, you have to progress through the story, buddy.
But how can I do something new by command then?
Thing is, in order to do the online is basically like 1v1 for PvP, stuff like that. It's not actual missions. So,
Will we just fighting with each other?
yeah, that or practicing against others.
Well, then do you want for something else?
Sure, what do you want to play?
Do you have the New World Anthem?
New World.
Do you have actually a Mortal Show Enchanted Edition? For PS5?
No, I don't.
You have the New World Anthem, do you? AVTRNUM? That new game? The new, the RPG game? If not, do you have things, do you have the free Advanced Star Online 2 New Genesis? That's cool, right?
So to make it easier for you, the best way to check if I have some of the games to
Sorry, about that, everyone. Anyways, story lore-wise, I don't think it was one of the immune characters. I mean, it's possible, but at the same time, I think it was just a non-immune character. But that would be the question, which one would it be? I looked all over Trevor and Chimamanda's bodies, and I did not see any, like, bandages or any sort of physical, actual injury on their body. Now, Dr. Jane Hansen does have bandages on her right arm. Now, that could be she could have maybe got cut with a knife or something, or maybe she got bit by a bug badly or an animal. I mean, it's hard to really tell. My only solution would be to maybe remove her bandages and actually see for ourselves what kind of possible injuries she does have. Is it a zombie bite mark? Is it possibly a bite from maybe a monkey or something? But there's a thing there. If she was bitten by an animal of some sort, would it be infected? Because Roger Howard's recording in Dead Island 1 does talk about an orangutan that was very much infected. Now, do we ever get to fight the infected orangutan in Dead Island 1? No. Would it have been badass? Hell yes. It would have been terrifying to fight something like that. Just imagine going through the jungle and a frickin' 6 foot, almost 7 foot tall orangutan zombified monster comes running out of the jungle, slamming you on the ground and wrecking your shit. I mean, that would be terrifying, but that would also be fucking awesome. But anyway, if she got bitten by a monkey or something, then it's possible, very possible, that that animal could have been infected, and she probably didn't think of anything of it, because maybe she didn't think that, you know, infected animals couldn't transmit the disease, even though that could be a possibility. I mean, as far as I know, it's possible to transmit the disease that way. I mean, through Emily White's recordings, the only way to transmit this disease is by blood and saliva contact. And she's not really specified by whose or what's blood and saliva contact. So, it could be human and animal. Or it could just be human. We don't know. But we do know for a fact that animals are possible to get infected. So the question is the infected animal able to transmit the disease via bite? We don't know. Do you want to find out? Yes. Is it possible to find out? No. And digging deeper into the cut content of Dead Island 1, there's quite a bit of cut content there that would give you quite a bit of, let's say, quite a bit of insight of the game, and a lot more enjoyable in my opinion. I mean, I personally would have loved to have seen the possibility of different outfit types for the characters, besides what we get in Riptide. I mean, we do get that Survivor outfit expansion DLC, which just basically lets us apply new outfits to our characters. And we only get like one outfit per character. I mean, with Logan, he gets this weird, like, chest rig for, like, throwing knives. He gets this weird, like, glove, and he gets, like, bandages on his left arm and something else. Perna, she gets, like, this weird glove and this, like, part of a leather jacket and something else. Shinmei, she gets, like, these short shorts, kind of, or shorts. They're cut up at the legs. They're shorts of some sort. And John, he gets glasses, a beanie, or toboggan, whatever you want to call those things that people put on their heads. He also gets a backpack. Sambi gets this shirt, and his sleeves on his jacket are cut off. So, I mean, it's hard to tell if there would be more outfits. I mean, there's potential there for other outfits. I mean, I would personally like to see other outfits for the characters, but alas, we only get one per character. Now, let's dig deeper into some more of the cut content here. In the first Dead Island, there was supposed to be a whole-ass gorilla zombie fight with that infected orangutan. Which, that alone would have been great. That would have been like a mini boss for us to fight, maybe, or a secret boss fight to have. Which, that would have been awesome. I know there were supposed to be children in the games. Or at least in the first Dead Island, there were supposed to be kids, but the developers didn't really like the idea of, dead children in the game, so they kind of scrapped it all and just replaced the children with adults. Which I can understand to some extent. There was supposed to be quite a bit of cut content from Ryder White's DLC, actually. And I actually found most of this cut content through his trailer. Through his trailer for his DLC, you actually get to see that he uses a chainsaw in the sewers. You get to see that, God, I sound like Jeff Goldblum saying a lot, especially in Jurassic Park. Anyway, you get to see him using the chainsaw in the sewers. You actually get to hear dialogue from his base saying, "Negative, Colonel, we need you to complete the mission." So he was supposed to have some dialogue for his base. I'm guessing he was about to go AWOL or something, or maybe try to do something entirely different that his base didn't want him to do. I'm not sure what was going to go on with that dialogue. But it's in a cutscene where Ryder is holding a gun on Karen. Unfortunately, in the final version of the campaign or DLC, we don't get any of this dialogue, sadly. But if you play the trailer, you can actually hear it. It's a woman saying it. And I honestly think that would have made it more interesting for this DLC to have all its cut content added to it. Because I think that would have maybe shed some more light and more personality to the character Ryder White. And we would have get to really know him better than what we know him as the Immune character. As the Immune character, he's a crazy lunatic asshole colonel that's about to nuke Benoit, and he's stolen the quote-unquote cure. Even though we all know that was not a cure. Now, if they ever do a remake of Dead Island, I really want them to incorporate all the ideas from the cut content into the game. Because there's so much potential for the game that would have made it 100 times more fun and scary at the same time. If they ever do a full-blown remake of Dead Island 1, like they've done with the Resident Evil games, I would love to see a full-bore remake of Dead Island 1 and Riptide itself. And actually see them incorporate some of the cut content, or at least give us some cut content items in the game that would have been very, very interesting to have. And apparently Dead Island 1 and Riptide were supposed to be on the exact same island, but they scrapped that idea and decided to make it onto the, make it back on to it being separate islands. Apparently they were supposed to be on the same island, but they scrapped the idea and just made it to where they're separate islands. Which, I don't know why they would do something like that. I personally would have loved it for it to be on the same island, just a different part of the island maybe. Because apparently there was supposed to be Cinemoy. He was supposed to make a return, or at least a comeback in Riptide in a quest called Old Friends or something like that. And we could actually run into him in the tunnels. And apparently he gets off the resort area of Benoit and he gets into the tunnel area. And I guess he gets lost or something. I'm not sure what they were going for that. But that would have been a very interesting quest to have. Because imagine actually getting to meet Cinemoy again in Riptide. And there's supposed to be some pretty unique scrapped weapons in the game too, like 357 Magnum, a sawn-off shotgun, a double-barrel flare gun, which that alone sounds pretty badass. I don't know how that would actually kill zombies, so I mean it's a flare gun. I mean it would just shoot two flares at the same time, unless it works like some sort of freaking grenade launcher. And Dead Island 1, I'd like for the characters to at least utilize the idea of using boats to get off the island. Because that's what they end up doing in Riptide anyway. They end up using a freaking boat to get off Riptide. Now, we never do see them try that in the first Dead Island. I mean, they get Moen's boat working, they use it to go to the prison. I don't know why they couldn't just stockpile a bunch of food and water and fuel and just get off the island that way. I mean, thinking about it, ideally, that would be about the same outcome as to them getting off the island via boat in Riptide. I mean, it'd be ideally the same thing, just different location or setting. I mean, sure, they would probably never meet Ryder White, and Benoit would be nuked to oblivion, but still, I would like for them to have, like, one or multiple of different endings. Because could you just imagine the immune characters just actually just taking a paddle boat and trying to leave Benoit that way, and they actually end up getting picked up by the military, or getting shot out of the water by the military, or something like that? I mean, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for the military to shoot them out of the water, but once the immune characters, like, explain to them that we're immune, maybe we can work together, maybe we can create some sort of vaccine for what's going on that island. Maybe they won't shoot at them. Maybe they'll let them on board and maybe try to work out some sort of deal with them to try and get them on board so that way they could try to make an actual vaccine instead of trying to nuke Benoit. Or even utilize the idea of having multiple different endings for Ryder White's DLC. Now, there is quite a bit of detail and intention to detail and potential for that game DLC to make it more interesting to play. Because Ryder White could have actually had multiple endings to his DLC. I mean, if the developers had really thought about it, they could have made it to where he befriends the immune, maybe, and maybe takes them away from the island. But then again, he could have very well, you know, just taken the cure, given it to Emily. Maybe Emily turns into a mutant monster and he has to kill her. Or possibly just him killing Karen, taking the vaccine, maybe killing the immune people, and then nuke the island. But nobody would really like that ending, in my opinion. But, I mean...
Hey, I'm in.
It would be nice to see...
This place is like hell. Very, very big hell.
It would be very interesting to see them utilize the idea of different endings for that campaign.
Man, this place is a pigsty.
And I honestly think Ryder White would have made a nice character to play as in Riptide.
I don't think these guys were
I mean, the close second to him is John and possibly Logan. I honestly think John and Ryder are ideally similar. I know I'm playing as Logan,
the
but...
first part of equipment was shipped here. Weeks before the outbreak. Those fucking shitbags had all this planned out. They'd unleash the virus, and then sit back and watch what happened.
But yeah, honestly, I think John and Ryder White both ideally had buried a lot of similarities. I mean, they were both Australian military. They both have a wife and 2 daughters.
These must be
they both have similar injuries to an extent. It is a shame that we never get to actually see
you don't have to do this.
Ryder in Riptide, but it would have been nice to have
Try
him.
to control it. I know you can do it.
Trying, but all this never should have happened. Help me destroy it. Bury it. All of it. We can't let them use it anymore. We can't let them do what they did to Palanai. Not again.
Harlow, what are you saying?
They did this. The outbreak on Palanai, it was them. To test their bioweapons. And the mutagen, It will destroy us all! You won't be able to control it. It will control you!
But what about that antidote?
Don't you understand? There is no antidote! They caught me when I tried to sneak in here. They tested the mutagen on me, not knowing what it would do. They didn't know I was immune like you. Look what it turned me into! I killed them all! We won't be able to stop it! That's why we have to destroy it, before it destroys everything!
Harlow, listen to me. We can control it. We can get off this damn island and find help.
There is no help! We can't escape! None of us can! We're too dangerous! We can never leave this island. Ever!
Harlow!
Infected, watch out! Careful! Here they come!
I know that did some damage.
Kill him!
Don't do this, Harlow.
Watch out! If you don't back off, I'll take the mutagen. Then there will be no stopping me. If this is the price I need to pay in order to save the world, I pay it free.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh, shit, man. She's gonna turn into one of those goddamn mutants.
That's why you do the smart thing and run the fuck away. Or if you got a modded gun, shoot the fuck out of her.
I've got to take this shit. It's the only chance I've got. I've got to take the mutagen.
You can't!
What the hell is she? All right. Just one shot. Just one. I got to if I've controlled it this far. Come on. I can handle this. Looks like I'm back to normal. Whew, at least I hope so.
What have you done to me? Look around you. Don't you see? You leave this island and the whole world will look like this. You are the angel of death.
Sorry, Harlow, but I refuse to give up. I never give up. Time to find that fucking ship.
But yeah, the wasted potential on Dead Island and Riptide to add all the cut content to it would have probably made it a more fun and interesting game to play. Because having it infected animals and possibly even alternate endings and different weapons would have alone made it more fun to play. Made it more fun and interesting and probably even scarier to play. I mean, no one would really be expecting an infected orangutan attacking them from the jungle.
Well, what do we got here?
And having endings, different endings, would make the game a little bit more replayable. I mean, people would really be interested to have different endings and outcomes, like the butterfly effect, like we get in Dying Light 2. So that would have made the story and game more replayable and more interesting to play for other players.
Why did you do it, Serpo? Why?
What did you expect? That we tested in London or New York? Come on, don't be naive. We had to get information, data about how the virus mutates, how it evolves, if it's possible to control it. You can only do so much of that in the lab.
You're fucking nuts.
We can discuss the morality of the situation later. For now, I have a ship and a medical team standing by. All of their equipment is state-of-the-art. And once we're on board, you have my word that we'll do whatever it takes to treat you.
Now that I know where the ship is, I don't need your fucking help.
I know you took a mutagen. I can see it plain as day. You can't control it. You can't... If you want any chance of a normal life, you need to come with me. Those things are gonna find a way in here, you know. Have fun. You'll see.
I mean, theoretically, I could just shoot you through the fence. I mean, nothing in the universe could stop me from doing that in real life, Serpo. But the game won't allow that. I mean, I personally would just straight up shoot you through the fence, but that's realism. And if it were me, I would have already done that. Except I wouldn't have shot you in the stomach, or I would have shot you in the leg, make it harder for you to try to run and escape from zombies. But where's the fun in that? Or realism in that? I mean, the game won't allow you to do it, and realistically, you could do that. I mean, I've shot a gun before, and I can 110% confirm that bullets can pass through a fence like nothing. And Serpo, I gotta ask, do you not have any brain cells whatsoever? I mean, you could very well easily just climb over the fence. I mean, that's what I did here. I literally climbed over these damn boxes to get over this fence. And you could very well do the same thing. I'm guessing that evil corporation blood doesn't flow too much to the brain, huh? Or are you too special that you can't climb over a frickin' fence? Realistically, in an apocalypse, my ass would have done scaled that like a spider monkey on crack, but this ain't realism, sadly.
You're back here, you fucking freaks! You don't know what you're doing!
It is 7:41. But unfortunately, here, Serpo gets eaten. Munchy, munch, munch, munchy, 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 munch. But yeah, here at the end here for Riptide, we know that, let's see here, we have, I think it's Cecil or it's, Henry. It's either Henry or Cecil here at the hostel here. I think it's... I have to take a close look at the arms to tell which is which. It's definitely Cecil. So we can confirm that Marvin, Sylvie, and all of them at the hospital don't make it. We can confirm that the zombies breaking into the cinema don't make it. So all the people here on the boat, which is the 5 immune, yeah, there's the 5 immune.
Thank you for
there's
coming
Chimamanda.
I am so very sorry.
There's
I
Trevor.
lost faith in you.
How are you feeling?
There's Jane.
Never better.
I have a little headache, but otherwise I'm perfectly fine.
This Serper, yeah. He won't be bothering us anymore.
What about Harlow? We couldn't help her.
Yeah, she decided to stay.
Authorities in Banoi and Palanai report that the crisis is over. Life is slowly returning to normal as rescue crews clean up the
yeah, life is slowly returning to normal.
Travel to and from the region is still prohibited as the rescue operation
bullshit.
continues. Rumors of a
Bullshit.
possible plague outbreak have been discredited as international relief organizations continue to assess the situation.
So the question is, who's actually in the boat? I think it's one of the non-immune characters. I'm thinking it's Jane. She's the only non-immune character that has any bandages on her body. We don't see exactly what kind of injury it is. Then again, it could be one of the immune characters. It just never shows who it is. I personally would have loved it if they actually showed it, but unfortunately it never does.
Hey, wake up. You all right?
Oh, Jesus. What happened? The ship?
Get up. The ship's dead in the water. Can you walk?
I'll give it
I
a
would
shot.
have loved it if we were
Where
able
am I?
to actually, like, get a boat and go back to that ship there. Like, get one of those boats with the engine and, like, actually just go back to that ship and maybe loot it for supplies. I mean, it's a naval ship. There's got to be supplies left on board that could help you all. Weapons, ammo, food supplies, water, medicine. I mean, come on. Y'all want easy access to supplies. That Navy ship would probably be it. I mean, y'all could easily take 3 men, maybe 4 or 5, and you could easily haul one of those wooden boats out there along with the boat engine. You could probably have someone carry the boat engine separately, and you could still place the boat in the water along with the boat engine, and you could easily have someone travel all the way out there. Sure, it would take a little bit of muscle, but I'm pretty sure y'all could really use a boat just to, you know, go towards that ship and loot for supplies. Then again, you all could do the same basic principle for the ending of Riptide there, where you all get in a boat and just leave the island that way. I mean, that would ideally be ending the game too early, but, you know, just the thought. Let's see if there's anyone online. I want to try and see if I can play a little bit of co-op. Nobody online. Is my thing even set to public? Yes, it is. Now, would I possibly survive an apocalypse set in the Dead Island universe? Dead Island 1 and Riptide, yeah, I'd most likely survive. I mean, just get me a gun, a couple guns, maybe a few melees, some standard military combat gear like tactical vests, body armor, stuff like that. I'd probably be good. I mean, would I be the most efficient yet badass person in the apocalypse? Probably not. But would I survive? Yeah, I probably would. And if I got news or message from the authorities saying that they're going to bomb the island, then I'm definitely going to get my ass off the island via boat. I mean, if I have to get a speedboat or some sort of John boat or something with a shit ton of fuel, whether it be 1 gallon of gas or even a whole fucking drum of gas in that boat, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to carry as much as humanly possible. Even if it has to be like 3 or 4 jerry cans, I will carry as much gasoline as that boat can carry. And then I'm going to stockpile as much food and water on it as possible, and I'm going to keep driving, and I ain't even going to look behind me. And if the military tries shooting me out of the water, I'm going to prove to them that I'm not infected.
Oh, thanks, heaps. Oh, Jesus. That piece of shit boat we were on sunk. You know, we need to talk about that bridge.
Might be afraid that I am infected. But once I show them, like, I ain't got no bite marks or anything like that, then I think they'd most likely probably let me on the ship, or possibly on any ship.
Can you lend a hand?
Once I tell them, look, there's some shit going on back there, you might want to send a team, all that. But I'm not infected, you don't have to worry about that. Y'all can check me, keep me in quarantine on the ship for a few hours, or even a day or so, if you want. I wouldn't mind it, as long as I'm able to get off the island if it's going to be nuked. But if it's not going to be nuked, then I would most likely be hanging out in a bunker somewhere. Why a bunker? It's already a made shelter. I mean, shelter from the elements, easy to hide out in, just get yourself a bed up in there, get yourself food, water, stockpile it in there. As for bathroom terms, I mean, just get me a roll of tissue and a shovel, and I'll go outside and do my business if I have to. As for hygiene and cleaning myself, I mean, there's waterfalls. I could probably just get a bar of soap and go take a shower in a waterfall if I have to. I just gotta make sure no zombies decide to climb in after me, because that would not be fun. But yeah, I would easily survive in a Dead Island style apocalypse. For food and water, yeah, I'd most likely survive. I mean, even if I did not find a, like, freshwater source or something, like, I know there's going to be, limited bottles of water and limited, like, water resources, and if I got to a point where I couldn't really find fresh water, then I know a process on how I can turn salt water into fresh water through a desalination. Through desalination. And basically, it's like a skill almost. Desalinating water. You basically put ocean water in a container like a metal can or a metal drum or something that's sealed mostly, and you run a copper tubing into it, or copper piping or metal piping into it, and you gotta make sure it's like sealed tightly, otherwise the steam will escape from it. And what will happen is the steam will traverse through that entire tubing of metal piping. And when it does that, it evaporates into water. And when it does that, it'll come out by water at the other end of the tube, drop by drop. So I could easily make a desalinator if I have the right tools. As for food sources, I could grab fruits, vegetables, any sort of meat I want. I could go hunting. I mean, there's animals on the island that I could hunt, like boar, freaking possibly rodents, fish, monkey. I don't think I'd eat a monkey. If I had to, probably I would, but would I enjoy it? No. If I had to, would I? Yes. Would I ever eat a human being? Hell no. I would just be a smarter version of a zombie then. But yeah, food and water wise, I know what I gotta do to survive. Would it be pretty? No. Would it beat starving and dying of thirst? Yes. I mean, nobody ever said survival was pretty. And if you do say survival is pretty, then I'm gonna look at you like you're nuttier than squirrel shit. Because I can 110% confirm that survival out in the wilderness is not easy in the slightest. And it never will be.
We beat them back. Ola's not gonna like this, but she'll get over it.
I heard the explosion. You blew the damn bridge? Was that really necessary?
Oh, thank God you...
Well, yes, Harlow, it was very necessary. These zombies were being funneled right to us by that bridge. And now, the only ways they have to get up to us is via these stairs. Now, if we have the proper tools, we could easily remove all these stairs here. Just remove all these stairs and the zombies can't come up them. Just remove all these stairs entirely and then the zombies can't come up. And then we could probably just have only a ladder for us to get up here. Because if the zombies can't climb up here via tree trunk or the stairs, then they can't get up here at all. So I just remove the stairs and that tree trunk entirely, because then the zombies won't be able to follow us up here and we'd be perfectly secured. Now, would it be the most efficient thing to do? Yeah, to keep zombies from getting in. Would it require a lot of work that you don't want to do? Yes. Would it be a pain in the ass? Yes. Would it be fun? No. Would it make the place more secure from zombie attacks? Very much so. And well, you didn't shut the door all the way. But yeah, survival-wise on an island, I know what I have to do. I've seen enough TV shows and read enough survival manuals to know what I have to do. It won't be easy, it wouldn't be easy, but it would keep me from dying out in the wilderness. Is it the most efficient way to live? No. But would I rather die horribly to zombie attacks and... What in the hell are you doing, Apollo? What are you doing? You little goofball? Yeah, I'm looking at you. What are you doing? You little itty-bitty goofball? Sorry about that, everyone. My dog Apollo is acting like a nutcase. What are you doing? But yeah, surviving in a Dead Island style apocalypse, yeah, I'd most likely survive. As long as I don't fall asleep and wake up next to a fucking suicider, then I should be good. If that happens, then I'm just gonna say, well, GG's, taking out as many with me as possible. And honestly, that's how I'd go out in the zombie apocalypse. If I'm going to die, and I know I'm going to die, and there's no way of avoiding it, then you can bet your kidneys on it that I am going to go out Carlos style, taking out as many zombies with me as possible. If I'm going down, I'm taking as many with me as possible. I just ain't dying to no simple bullet to the head, give up life. No, 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 no. If I'm going out and I know there's no way of avoiding it, then yeah, I'm taking as many fucking zombies with me as possible. End of discussion.
If these spreads be on the islands, everything will be gone.
Would people with me be sad? Probably.
You and Hardy don't like each other very much, do you?
He threw my ass in the clink. I almost sank with that shit.
A new mic
That's
tomorrow.
not gonna cause any problems for the rest of us, is it? We've got enough to worry about.
Don't sweat me, understand? Now how do I get to Henderson?
The jungle's flooded from the monsoons, so I think the only way is by the sea. One of the other guys here is from Halai, and he says it's a fishing village. They should still have boats. Once you get one of them, it shouldn't be hard to reach Henderson. When are you leaving?
Sure.
Good. The sooner you get to Henderson, as you can see...
Please, come here. I'd like to ask...
How can I help?
You should go down and check the beach. Something from that wrecked ship might have washed ashore.
Absolutely.
Bless you.
I mean, yeah, there could be stuff that, you know, washed ashore from that ship, but you're all thinking outside the box. What's the little shit that you're gonna get from the beach when you could, you know, get a boat, go out to that ship, and actually, you know, bring back boatloads of supplies that you and your people can use? I mean, just think of it ideally. I mean, the entire ship is probably stockpiled with food, water, medicine, weapons, ammunition. I personally, if I was to make Dead Island Riptide, I would have made it an auction to go back to that ship and maybe loot it for supplies. Of course, there'd probably be more zombies on board, but still, I mean, it'd be something else to do. That it'd make like a bonus map area. Hold still.
Should be pretty useful.
No scope. Nice. Boy, feeling spry.
All right, I got it. I know I'm close. Yep.
I mean, y'all could
guess that's all
seriously
I
just
need.
take a boat and go out to that ship and get 100 times more than this. This, what we got right now, that might make a few people happy for a little while, but at the same time, you want stuff that'll make them happy for a hell of a long time. This might make them happy for maybe a few days. Maybe. And you're hoping to be off the island by a few days, I'm guessing. That's why you all ain't really going and, you know, looting ship for supplies. But at the same time, if you think about it, if you're going to be on this island a hell of a while, I'd utilize every resource that I possibly can, even if it's something from a half-sunk ship. I mean, if they're dead, they're not going to need it. And I can almost guarantee every single person on that ship is either dead or undead. There was 2 soldiers, Smith and Kane, left on that ship. We never know if they're dead or if they're alive. So it's possible they're dead, then again it's possible they're alive. We never actually see them die. And if they're alive, good for them. If they're dead, well, then sucks to be them. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, someone's online. Question is, do they speak English? I hate being stereotypical critical for this, but I'm a guy that speaks English. I don't speak any other foreign languages like French, Brazilian, Spanish.
Has to be around here somewhere.
Hello. Hello? Oh, sorry, I was AFK. I was answering some messages. Oh, you're alright, man. No worries.
Yeah, I'm just bored dropping weapons. You want some more, dude?
No, I don't need no weapons. I don't need no weapons. I'm perfectly fine. Ow.
Yeah, you do want some? Alright, dude, okay. I'll grab some more. I've got a... Look at that. I want to make it drop for you. Let's do 2,000 weapons.
Yeah, I already got plenty of weapons.
Yeah, I did too. But then give me a defend everybody. I'm so cool.
You should meet a few friends of mine. His name's Darth Newman, and he goes around doing something similar like what you're doing. He goes around dropping weapons and stuff to players and helping them out. I do the same thing from time to time. I'm actually part of this big Dead Island server on Discord, and it's strictly for anything Dead Island related. Even if it's this game, Dead Island 1, Escape Dead Island, or Dead Island 2.
Yeah, I got model weapons for every single one.
Even Dead Island 2?
Yes.
Holy shit, I need to add you.
Yeah, those are all those. And if you're full of storage, pick up an alcohol. Like, I'll drop you some alcohol, and you put it in your inventory, then you can mod your, or glitch out your inventory, then you can pick up more. You can't pick those up.
I cannot send you a friend request because of your settings.
Yes, I know. I have like that where I won't get 100 pound plus from this game.
Gotcha.
See, from alcohol to dropping like 30 alcohol right now, I need to get just a quick into one of your inventories, then I can do it for you. Yeah, start you need alcohol. See, I got fucking everything basically. I even got the harpoons and everything.
I've already done this glitch a few times.
Oh yeah, you can do it on the other one too. Oh, you got it, Mike. Yeah.
Hey, I understand, man.
Put the alcohol into one of your MK5.
Did you use the Dead Island save editor?
No.
I was gonna say, that's how I did it.
What? I'm on this one here.
I mean, Dead Island 2 does expand more on the story, or at least carry on it some way, and it does have a very unique story on its own, but there's so much more potential to Dead Island 1. Yeah, I think Dead Island 1 is 100 times better than Dead Island 2. I mean, Dead Island 2 is alright with its story, but Dead Island 1 has way more potential.
On Dead Island 1, I got modded the nuances. Invisible.
Something good in here?
Yeah, drink some alcohol, go to your miscellaneous try, put them into one of your inventory slots, then hold it out, then you could be able to pick up a horrible weapon. Go on to there's a different stuff that you can get in my inventory. Well, no, my inventory's out right now, but
Oh, looks like he left the session. Looks like he left the session. Yeah, I'm just running around killing zombies and I'm streaming on YouTube. And he's gone. You are playing alone. Well, let's see if there's anyone else online. Night Fighters 42. Hello. Oh, don't run me over now. Here, I'll drive.
Watch yourself!
So how long have you been playing Dead Island? Are you looking to complete the story or do side quests? What are you looking to do here? Oh, got a zombie here.
We can get to Henderson. I can just stop you.
Time is wasting. Let's talk.
Hold on, before we go, I got something for you. Never mind.
Great. At least the boat's in one piece.
The boat's over there.
Don't tell me I gotta find the engine now.
Well, unless you want to paddle boat your way through the jungle, Logan, I suggest there's an engine. Hey, Moon Turtle. What you been into, old buddy?
Hey, Harlow, I got a boat.
Finally, some good news.
Shouldn't take me long to get across. Once I'm over there, I'll let you know about the road.
Okay, good luck.
And literally, we just gotta go by this little road here, and we'll be there in no time.
I'm gonna bury your ass.
Well, so much for the road. Henderson. So close and yet so far.
Well, yes, actually. We are talking about the lore of what caused the outbreak or who
Road's gone,
caused
Harlow.
it.
The storm must have taken it out. that'd be the
Possibly
day.
theories
Now what?
on who was in the boat at the end of Riptide.
Great. All right, I'll head back over there.
And cut content that was from the main games. And what I would like to see if they ever did a full-bore remake of Dead Island. What would you like to see? Well, some of the cut content revealed that in Dead Island 1 there was supposed to be an infected orangutan. That would have been awesome to fight. Well, not a werewolf zombie or a Bigfoot zombie. I was thinking of a zombified orangutan. That would have been awesome to fight. Because in the cut content files, there's supposed to be a whole-ass gorilla zombie. Which, that would have been pretty damn awesome to fight. Or even a possibility of zombified sharks or crocodiles. As for the cut weapons, I personally would have liked to see the double-barrel flare gun that was supposed to be in this game.
Hey. The road you told me about is gone. Storm completely fucking destroyed it, so I need to find a new way into Henderson. You help me, and I'll help you later.
There's one brother who might be able to help you, but he's been gone for ages. We don't even know if he's still alive. Shame, too, because he meant a lot to the people here. Saved a lot of souls.
How many times have you beat Dead Island Riptide? Can you estimate?
Anyway, when we ran out of food, he went
Give
to
me a
fetch
moment.
some from a store not far from him. That whole area was
I have
overrun
beaten
early
it
on,
well
so like I
over
said,
maybe 30
he would be
times.
dead.
Maybe 50 if you
Sure.
count the
Go
times I
look for
played it
Marcus.
on the
He's
PlayStation
the only
3.
one who knows another way to Henderson.
How about the face game? Dead Island 1? I am a Dead Island mega fan as well. I'm actually going to climb up here for a minute. if they ever do a full-bore remake of Dead Island 1 and Riptide, I personally would like to see them apply the butterfly effect to the game, where you could have multiple different endings. Because it would make, like, different endings for the game more interesting. See different outcomes of the story, and maybe give the story more replayability than just the same story over and over, you know? Here we go. This is the weapon I need. Are you a cheater? I never cheat. No, not necessarily a cheater. If you're wondering why I have modded weapons, I have gotten them from using the Dead Island save editor, and I have gotten them from using friends. On the PlayStation 3, I used the Dead Island save editor to modify weapons and make them have infinite ammo and whatnot. But as far as, like, making it to where the game was broken, no. For Dead Island Riptide on the PlayStation 4, though, I only got modified guns from friends. And no, I don't use the RPG to go after other players. I only do that if they decide to be a dick and, you know, steal from me or my friends, or attack me and my friends. That's the only exception I make. Most of the time I don't even use the rocket launcher. That was like one of the rare occasions where I use a rocket launcher. But as for the... Has Dead Island ever made you rage? It makes me so mad. Nah, it's never made me rage once.
The goats saved him. Yes, of course they did. I knew they would believe on me. My disciples did not share my faith.
I mean, there was one time it sort of made me rage, and that was during the Rider White campaign. Especially through the prison segment where you gotta run through the hordes of infected trying to get back to Emily. That's when I would rage most, because...
You don't know me? Fuck, man, I'm Logan Carter.
There's
All-star
so
quarterback.
many damn zombies
Anyway,
in
heard
that
you know the way to
area.
Henderson.
Henderson? Yes, of course I know the way.
Do you remember the game of all...
Weren't you afraid?
Nope, because I'm immune.
Do you remember the names of all the quests? For Dead Island 1 or Dead Island Riptide?
There are 5 of us. We're camping out in Paradise.
Paradise? Yes, I know where that is. You are truly a blessing from the goats. Amazing. I'm afraid I need to ask you for one more favor.
I remember a good portion of them.
I'll give her a shot.
Let's see here. Some of the side quests that I can remember from the lifeguard tower. Let's see here. There's My Precious, where we gotta get Janine's necklace. Family Matters, where we gotta find Kelly's husband Will. Lazarus, where we gotta get those spark plugs for that truck. Bloody Health Service, I believe that's when we break down the infirmary door. Life in the Bag, that's where we gotta get the paramedic bag. The Lost, that's where we gotta find Maggie for Steven. For Dominic, I believe it's On the Air, where we gotta get him the signal amplifier. For Mike, Ashes to Ashes, where we gotta get him gasoline so we can burn bodies. Time to Kill, basically just help Mike and Dominic. The quests for, let's see, the people at the lighthouse. That's a toughie. I don't really remember all of them. Light my fire. We basically have to get flares for Trevor from the ship, or from the boat wrecks. Nighthawk is where we gotta go to the jungle and find the crashed aircraft and report back to Monica. I'm trying to think of all the quest names here. Wind in the Stomach is where we gotta get cans of food for Ned. I know there's one or two more where we gotta get the things for Garvin, where we gotta get the power on for him. I don't remember that name. And then there's where we gotta get bandages for Linda. I don't remember the name of that one. But I remember My Bloody Valentine, where we gotta get the woman's husband, or no, the man's wife. We gotta get her to the lighthouse. And then there's Too Much Sugar, where we gotta get the insulin for Luke's brother Danny. Toy Story, where we gotta get Anne's teddy bear. Nectar of Life, where we gotta get water for Kim. Time for Booze, where we gotta get basically champagne for Svetlana. There's quite a few. Let's see here. Pretty sure in the city there's this spy game where we gotta get into the jungle at some point and listen in on a military transmission for Nick. I don't remember the other quest where you gotta go to the police station. But I remember there was one where we have to, I believe, run to the store or pharmacy for Ned. I believe that was his name, Ned or something like that. And we got to get him his medicine. I believe that was something along the hands of chemical substance or something like that. I forget what it was. At the church, there was 1 Foot in a Grave where we got to get insulin for Diana. Get off! Yeah, I remember a good portion of them. Family Ties, I believe that's what it is. Or Ties That Bind, I think. Where we gotta find, I believe it was either Swan or we gotta find Jenny's sister Anne. It was one of the two. I remember one of them was Ties That Bind, and you gotta find a sibling. Fiery Drinks, you gotta get Molotovs. I believe it. There's like 3 different quests where you can get a Molotov, and that was from Flacco at Moresby.
You're your fucking supplies.
There was
now
Mike and that other guy at the resort.
You are truly a blessing from the goats. I had...
Shit, man, the jungle.
I lived with so much hidden knowledge.
There's so many quests. I'm trying to memorize them all. Water Dance, where we gotta turn off the electricity for the gas station. I remember that one clearly. Little Prince, that's in the jungle, where we gotta find Claire's son, David. Black Hawk Down, that's when the helicopter crashes and we meet Nikolai. Sorry, my voice was cracking there for a minute. Hit and Run, that's where we gotta get Omar's money from that thug. or safe key from that thug and find that safe for Omar. And let's see here. Matter of Justice, that's where we gotta go to... That's where we gotta go to the, shoot, what was it? The police station. And we gotta find the file for Tim's murder, the murder of Tim's wife. And we also gotta get him a gun. I remember that. The first, second, and third heads of Cerberus, we basically gotta go and turn off all the... turn on all the loudspeakers so people can hear voices throughout the town. Bitter Return, I'm pretty sure that's the whole segment of the game where we gotta go back to the sewers, through City Hall, and back to the church. Lady in Trouble, I'm pretty sure that's where we gotta rescue Jen from the police station. And I'm almost certain that...
If you're looking for Marcus, he's not here.
He sent me to get something from his hut.
No
hold on, I'm thinking here.
My brother is deathly
Come
ill.
on, think,
You
DJ.
understand?
Think.
I really need to get to Marcus's hut, understand?
Let me in. Soldier of Fortune. That's what it was. Soldier of Fortune. That's where we gotta go and find and kill Akron, the asshole that attacked Marchitero's camp and stole every single gun they had.
Do I look like I'm having a good time? Fuck me. What's wrong with your brother? You can count on it.
Once
You getting this, Harlow? I need to play doctor all of a sudden. And not the fun kind.
What's going on?
Yeah, I remember quite a few of them.
Nah, I'm fine. Still kicking ass and taking names. But I gotta figure out what's wrong with one of the natives and then treat him.
Hold on, I'll get Dr. Hansen.
Where's the... Okay, usually there's a boat here, but it's not here. Looks like we're swimming.
What's wrong with you?
Well, he's got fever, chills, and the shakes. I don't know shit about this stuff. You need to tell me what to do.
Sounds like stages of malaria. My medical supplies were lost in the water. There's a row post on a hill near the destroyed road. Once you have
Trying to memorize all the quests.
Oh shit. Tree
I
bark?
remember a good portion of them from Ryder White's campaign. I remember the Eagle has landed, where you gotta find Unit 4 in Sector 6, I believe, or Sector something other, and you gotta basically find them, and once you find them, the quest Stolen Thunder happens, when Ryder White finds out that Unit 4 has been killed, and their explosives have been stolen. After that quest, I'm pretty sure one bridge too far is where you blow up the bridge connecting the slums. And then escape from Benoit. You basically just escape from Benoit via helicopter. And then Knight in Shining Armor starts, where you basically gotta go and try to find Emily at the prison. I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure the Devil's Labyrinth is where... I don't remember if it was for Ryder White or if it was for the immune characters. But I know it involves the prison. One of them has to either cut through the sewers and try to contact Ryder White, or Ryder White has to, like, clear the sewers on the way to Block C. One of the two. And then there's It's a Trap, where basically Ryder White is set up to be the bad guy. Ryder White gets the knockout gas from Block C and puts it on top of the elevator that the immune characters are riding in, which results in them getting knocked out, him taking the cure to try and save his wife, and then Karen basically telling the immune, hey, he's the one that gassed you, he stole the cure, and he's going to nuke Benoit. Which that ends about how well you expect it to end. My most beloved favorite character gets killed. And then there's ow. In the jungle setting, there was also Welcome to the Jungle. That's when you're supposed to get to Matutero's village. Pretty sure. Yeah, you're supposed to get to Matutero's village. That's a suicider. Voice from above the sky. That's when you find, supposed to find Sergei Nikolai's restaurant and go to the jungle to find the Russian hideout, which you can find later, not far from Matutero's camp, and basically just get a voice from above the sky completed, listening on some sort of radio message, kill a butcher, and get a blueprint.
This will come in handy.
Pretty certain that in the prison area there's Dante's kitchen. That's where you gotta get the kitchen open from for Titus and his men. And then there's Full Metal Jacket, where you got to get ammo from the armory, which you meet Kevin, quote-unquote Karen. And then there's the Green Mile, which we got to break out Titus's friend, Alvaro, from his prison cell and escort him back to Titus. Painful Insanity, that's where we got to get a medicine for another prisoner that could very well hurt you if you don't get him his medicine. And then there's Chasing the White Rabbit, which we basically got to run through the same prison section Ryder White runs through, and try to catch up with him on the prison rooftop. There's quite a few more I'm missing, but I got a good majority of them. And Riptide, there's a lot. Filled Kitchen, we gotta get canned food for Chimamanda. Heavenly Gift, we gotta go and get her supplies from the beach. Electrifying, we gotta get car batteries and cables for Zoe to electrify fences. Mines Go Boom, which we gotta collect materials to craft some new mines. Natural Resources, or something like that. Yeah, Natural Resources, that's what I'm doing right now. And we basically gotta go and get tree bark for this native dude. Man of Faith, we gotta go and find Marcus Villa. Science News Daily, we basically gotta go and talk to Dr. Kessler, go to his compound, talk to him. Yeah, there's quite a lot. I'm not gonna probably be able to name them all, but I can name a majority of them. What about you? You got any specific quests that you can remember?
I wish I could fight like that. Come on upstairs.
Yeah.
I thought that was it, you know? I thought they had me. This is for you. It's not much, but it's everything I have.
What level is he? Level 62. I got a friend named Travis invited me to a party, so I'll join and talk to him. Hey Travis, how's it going? Travis?
Oh, what do we got here?
There you are.
This will help your brother.
What is this? No medicine?
This is medicine, dumbass.
You need to talk to my father. He will decide what to do.
Yeah, there we go.
You have something for my son?
This is for your kid. It'll help him.
What is this?
I talked to a doctor, and she said this'll do the trick. It's just as good as medicine.
If this doesn't work, I will come for you. Now what do you want?
I'm looking for a map that belongs to Marcus.
Those are his things. Take whatever you want.
Picture of Marcus and a man named Dr. Kessler.
Sure.
Huh.
You can.
Wait a minute. That lunatic is a scientist? Marcus kept notes on old native rituals? Well, looks like he thoroughly investigated them, too. Oh, shit, this is fucking worthless. He told me there'd be a map of the tunnels. It's a map, but I don't think it's the one we're looking for.
No, and I warn you not to be friends with that man.
We're not friends. I just needed his help.
His help? He doesn't help anyone. He's evil, that one. Pure evil. I heard that he wanted to recreate the old rituals. The old, terrible rituals of the distant past. He was warned that those rituals only unleash evil, but he wouldn't listen. He kept trying and trying, and then the elders finally had enough. They banished him, told him never to come back.
Why was he fooling around with those rituals?
I need to care for my son. You want answers, you get them yourself, from Marcus.
You see, Logan, this is where a object called a radio comes in handy. Just pick it up and radio people back at your camp and let them know, hey, keep an eye out for this Marcus guy. He's bad news. And if they say he's already there, then the smart thing to do would be to say, do not let him out of your sight. And if he does anything, you stop him and detain him. I mean, there is an object called rope. Sure, he's sort of an old man. He's like in his 50s, maybe. But still, he's not right in the head. Well, I could go to Hawaii, but I'm going to go straight to Palanai, because we can skip this whole dialogue right here, and it makes a speed run much faster. Ow. Ow. Woo. There we go, that works. And in doubt, suicide the zombies. Saves you a few bullets. I mean, yeah, I have guns with infinite ammo, but I still like to fight hand-to-hand once in a while. Yeah, Logan's got this weird bracelet / arm brace thing, and on his other arm, he's got bandages and some sort of glove. At least that's what I'm gathering from looking at his arms. And on his chest, he's got this weird, like, knife holster thing that I guess holds his throwing knives. Which is okay, I guess, but really, I prefer a backpack, because realistically, that's something I would have in the apocalypse. Especially if I'm maneuvering around and surviving and fighting zombies, I want to be able to carry as much supplies as possible, whether it be food, water, meds, ammunition, all of that. Because, think about it, ideally, you're going to want to carry as much of that stuff as possible. Alrighty, Travis, I'll invite you to the game. We're about to do the horde fight at not Palanai, but at the Paradise Survival Camp. Invite players in party. You're on Dead Island Definitive Edition. I'm on Dead Island Riptide Definitive Edition. Travis?
Yeah, what about it?
You're on Dead Island Definitive Edition. I'm on Dead Island Riptide.
Oh, Riptide. We're on the second one, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on.
Just let me know when it's fully downloaded, or if you're getting on.
Oh, damn it, this is all gonna go pear-shaped.
We're fucked.
Okay, let's do some of these quests real quick. Get this guy that joined me some XP. Because why not? I most likely have all the crafting parts that they need. If it's one thing I stockpile is a bunch of crafting parts. I'm not really big on modifying melee weapons.
Thanks, mate. That's great. Stay positive. We start losing hope and we'll lose everything.
Thank you very much. I won't let you down.
You just let me know if you want me to hold something for you.
Come here.
How can I help?
If I can electrify the fences, those damn things, cables and batteries.
Yes.
The cables are...
Ah, yes, fire sale. I remember that one. We got to get gas cans for Pierre. How much time will it say for your Dead Island Riptide to finish done downloading? Oh, it's done already?
Yeah.
Alrighty, players in party. There we go, I invited you.
Everyone's waiting.
What's this teammate of mine doing?
I fucking hit! I know there are immune among you. Step forward.
Did seriously none of you think that Marcus holding a Molotov was a bad idea? This is why you all should have contacted the camp ahead of time.
You put that Molotov down right now.
You immune are the cure for this pestilence.
I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, you'll see a man holding a Molotov, but if it's inside your camp, maybe you should keep a very, very, very close eye on him. I like how this one little Molotov sets the entire place on fire around us all.
Careful!
I'm here. Sorry, I think this radio was cutting out.
You want me to invite you again? Travis?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'll send you another invite.
Here they come! Headshot! Incoming! Me! Go!
Be careful!
We got more of them! They're coming! Yeah! You don't burn!
We will die with honor!
Here they come! Hey!
Here they are!
So, Moon Turtle, tell me about what kind of quests do you remember from Dead Island 1 or Riptide? Is there any specific like quests that you like, Moon Turtle? I'm sorry if you're a bit confused there, Travis. I'm asking somebody here that's in my live stream right now.
Here they come!
Yeah, I just got done naming a shit ton of quests from Dead Island 1. There's some I remember on Riptide, but there's no way I'm going to remember them all, but I can remember a good portion of them. Descent, that's when we go into the tunnels and basically got to get through the World War II style tunnels and try to get to the ferry station. Terminal Siege, that's when we got to fight off the Horde and keep them from attacking the ferry station. How did this one little wood beam keep me from getting sprayed by that floater's vomit? We will never know. I like how they incorporated some of Ryder White's lines for Henry's voice when he's being attacked by zombies. I mean, are they insinuating that Ryder White was meant to survive Dead Island 1 and be in Riptide? I hope so. I mean, that would have been nice if he did. Because he's literally my most favorite character of everyone. And a lot of people ask me, why do I favor the villain? Theoretically, he's not really a bad guy. I mean, yeah, he was going to nuke Benoy, and sure, he may kill Jen on the prison rooftop, but when you think about it, ideally, in his eyes and defense, he didn't really know who the immune characters were. In his defense, the immune characters were just a bunch of random survivors trying to kill him and take his helicopter, so he had every right to shoot at them and attack them. I mean, he didn't even know that they were immune characters. If he'd known, me probably would have took them with him. Probably. Ow. I'm sure Ryder was going to nuke Benoy, but I mean, ideally he's trying to protect this world from the Kuru zombie virus from getting out. I mean, the virus was threatening the entire world, so if he nuked Benoy, he'd basically be killing the virus on the island and prevent it from, you know, spreading to other parts of the world. Now, whether or not this actually would prevent it from spreading across the world is questionable. I don't know if that would actually prevent it from happening. And sure, he shoots Jen, but in his defense, he did warn her to stay back and to stop before she released his wife on him, forcing him to kill Emily. So, yeah, I can kind of understand somewhere or somewhat of why Ryder did what he did. I mean, ideally, he was just trying to save his wife.
So what do we do now?
We continue with the plan, of course. Show me the map. Christ, is this it? What a mess. Apparently these are the entrances. Even so, they're both in the flooded area, right?
Yes. These entrances are inaccessible.
I wouldn't necessarily rule him out. They might still be useful. Here's Kessler's place. He might know something about the tunnels. I mean, he did work with Villa, right?
What if he's just as crazy?
Kessler's not Villa. He's a real scientist. And if he's still alive, I'm sure he'll help us. I was originally sent here to consult with him. He's been studying the disease for years. He published a paper on it. And if anyone here knows about the tunnels, it's Kessler.
And why exactly didn't you tell us all that before?
Because Villa said he had a map, and I wasn't even sure Kessler was still alive. Look, if you're all too afraid to go, I'll go on my own.
Listen, if Harlow say he cool, then I say we check him out. I mean, what other choice do we got?
Well, we could stay here and party and enjoy the last little bit of life we got left.
Yeah, you do that way.
Hey, Logan.
Me, I'm going with.
All right, then. Kessler it is.
Fine. I guess I'll just have to bring the party with.
to move. There we go.
No, I don't feel well.
Some of this stuff might come in handy.
I was going to play that game with you, but then the PlayStation Plus logo disappeared. Sorry to hear that, Logan.
Get up bazooka. I have it too.
I left some things in her life.
Thanks, mate. That's great.
Hey, we should talk. I know you're worried about Dr. Kessler, but he's not like Marcus.
Thanks.
Dr. Kessler spent years assisting
If
the
I can
world.
electrify the
Yeah, I have a
fences,
modded bazooka.
Research on how viruses.
I don't really use it.
Stay positive. We start losing hope and we'll lose everything.
Bless you. Bless you. We will survive a bit longer because of you.
Hopefully Kessler isn't a loon like Marcus was. Stay focused out there. You
I
hear?
can make you a good,
Some of this
healthy
stuff
meal
might come
if
in
you
handy.
bring me canned food.
I'm just helping this guy that joined me level up.
You just let me know if you want me to hold something for you.
Hopefully Kessler isn't a loon like Marcus was. There, you hear?
He's almost max level.
I left some things in her life.
I can make you a good, healthy meal if you bring me canned food.
Something good in here?
So what you been into, Lulu? Yeah, Christmas just around the corner. Not really. And I get one tapped by a zombie.
Thank you so much. Here, take this. I have to go find my family now.
Get the hang of it.
Alright, who wants to drive?
Not me. Not it.
You don't want to drive?
No, I'm taking the smoke boat.
Alright, well, I guess I'll drive.
Okay, I don't want to drive this fucking jaguar. Dumb bitch. Sorry for me. This should be on YouTube.
Well, we're about 2 hours and 17 minutes in. As long as it's nothing extremely vulgar, like using words that define racism or anything like that, then you should be fine.
Let's see you get up now. Let's see you get up now.
Well, neither am I. I'm not racist either. As long as you don't...
As if you are being a nigger.
Yeah, I'm not racist.
By the way, I'm racist, dude. If you're acting like that, I'm real, dude. By the way, I'm racist. If you're acting like that, dude. Like, acting like that, then I'm not so well under shit, dude. Like,
yeah, well, I'm nothing like that.
I just see it that way. I just see it people are assholes like that way. You never that. I wouldn't call white people niggers. I called nigger in court fucking one day, dude. I'm not right. What are you black people? I know, I went rampant that way, dude.
Yeah, as long as you don't use any vulgar language like that, then you should be fine. A few curse words here and there should be alright.
Another rundown shithole.
I mean, I curse almost on a daily basis, so...
Kessler, you in there?
Who is it?
I need your help, Kessler. Please, let me in.
I am busy doing serious research here. I have no time for visitors. Leave me be.
Sir, it's about that research. I read your study on Kuru disease, and well, I thought it was right on target. I just have a few questions about it.
I swear I can't get a moment's peace around here. David, come
in. Damn, an article about Marcus's research in biology. Maybe it's something I can use.
Take your time with your smoke break, Lulu.
Right.
It's alright, take your time.
Here we go. I knew there had to be some fucked up shit somewhere in here.
All right, I let you in. Now tell me what you want.
I heard you know a way to Henderson through the old Japanese tunnels.
There aren't any tunnels. Now get out of here. I am a scientist, not a tour guide. Stop wasting my time.
Marcus Villa told me about the tunnels. Now, just tell me what I need to know.
You saw Marcus? I haven't seen him in ages. He was brilliant, you know, in his own way. But let us just say there are reasons we no longer work together. Very good reasons.
Yeah, well, he tried to eat me, so hearing that you kicked into the curb isn't a huge shock.
He wanted to eat you? That doesn't make any sense. Sure, he went to live with the natives, but they've always struck me as peaceful people. Perhaps he was worse off than I even imagined. But that does not explain why he would resort to cannibalism.
I'm immune to the plague, and he thought my flesh was the key to a cure.
Wait a moment, are you saying that you are immune to what's happening out there? Well then, this certainly changes things, doesn't it? Yes, I'm afraid it does. Yeah, I have a map that you should find helpful.
Mine's over here.
But if you want it, you need to help
I
me with
didn't even
something.
ping a mine.
I have been researching this disease for many years now. Kuru has been endemic to the indigenous people here for centuries. This outbreak is one of many, and each incident is a little different, as is the... It's truly...
Yeah, I can see the bug. Yeah, tell some...
My...
Sure. Find that map and have it ready to go.
I cannot conduct my tests without the reagent.
Shit, what a mess.
I cannot conduct my tests without the...
And I get killed instantly, trying to run past 2 mutant scientists. Okay, zombies, you don't really want me running through here? Fine. I have this object called a Percept, and you... fuck right off, zombies. I was really expecting Logan to have that super capability instead of John. I'm nowhere near you guys. No, I didn't quit. They kicked you out? That's odd. Huh. Yeah, just give me a moment here.
That reagent is mine.
How about I do that again?
Are you joining? Okay. Okay, I guess I hit his gas tank. Moon Turtle, have you got any specific questions about Dead Island for me to answer, or is there anything you'd like to ask me that I know or like about the game? I mean, if there's any specific questions that you like about the game, just, or you'd like me to answer about the game, just ask.
Got it. That reagent is mine. Got it. That's the last reagent.
Yeah, if anyone in the stream chat has any specific questions they'd like for me to answer about this game or any of the Dead Island games plural, go ahead and ask. I'll try my best to answer.
Good, good. Now I can conduct my tests. I only require a sample of your blood.
If you don't give me the map, I'm gonna feed your ass to your infected pals. Got it?
I am doing a poor job of explaining myself. You are clearly immune, that much is certain. But that does not mean that you are safe. There is a strong possibility that the virus is in your body. And if it is, it could mutate. And depending on how it mutates, you could be in grave danger. All I need is a small blood sample. I run a simple test, and then we'll know. This is for your own good.
All right, go for it.
Okay,
I remember some of John Morgan's voice lines from this specific mission. And I remember John Morgan saying, "Oh, you can't be serious.
This is all over.
Give me the
need to have
map
your head
before
examined."
this turns ugly."
I was merely trying to lighten the mood. Oh, you only take a moment to prepare the
Yeah, I memorized some of John Morgan's lines from the missions.
Truly astonishing. I've got your results.
Already knew that, Kessler.
You are completely resistant to the virus.
Tell me something I didn't know.
No, it is not what you think. Your resistance to the virus has kept it from multiplying, from wreaking havoc on your body. But it has not destroyed the virus. It has merely suppressed it. You need to be very careful. Any contact with certain types of reagents could trigger a mutation. And if the virus mutates, it stands to reason that you could lose your immunity. Or much, much, much worse. Unfortunately, there are so many factors to consider that it is impossible for me to tell you exactly what might happen. But one thing is clear. You should avoid anything that would put you at risk.
What do you mean?
Your plan was to use the tunnels to reach Henderson, correct? Yes, the Japanese created them during World War II, and later they were used to store chemical weapons. In the 50s, during a monsoon, there was a leak, and some of those chemicals worked their way into the water. The Aussies sent in a battalion of engineers and soldiers to clean them up, but they weren't successful. When they went into the tunnels, one of them must have been infected. The virus mutated and all hell broke loose. The Aussies had to blow the entrances. Anyway.
I see the barrel of somebody's gun just waving around.
The ruin. They cannot stop you from...
Thanks. Harlow, answer the radio.
I wouldn't necessarily shoot Kessler. Kessler's kind of like a good guy.
Yeah, I got it.
Karen is the one that you'd want to shoot. Everyone knows him as Kevin / Karen, but his real name is Karen Barrister. He's an asshole. The mission. It is not far from the Mataka village, so we can go there. Travis?
What do you want?
Data from my research. I'm going to be able to help you.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the stun gun. I used to, but the way they designed it, No, I'm not a fan of the stun gun in plural. It's just the way it's just the way they designed it.
Yeah, but this one explodes.
I know, it's just the way it's designed. It doesn't look anything like a stun gun.
So, I need to put you down before you hurt anybody else.
And now I must die. Can't you see what I was trying to do?
Rule of thumb, if you have a machete, don't rush at a dude with an assault rifle. It's not gonna end well. Realistically, if you have a machete and you run at a dude with an assault rifle, the chances of you walking away with your body intact is not very high. I mean, unless you're, like, literally up in his face with a machete, you might have a chance. But if you're a good few feet from him and you're running at him, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's not going to end well for you. Same rule applies to taking a swing at a police officer. I've known my fair share of people who are stupid enough to actually take a swing at a police officer. That goes as well as a freaking I'm trying to find anything to compare it to, but in what universe do they really think it's a good idea to take a swing at a freaking cop? It's not a really good idea. My brother-in-law was one of those unfortunate dumbasses that was willing to take a swing at a cop. This was back in 2016, 2017, maybe 2018. It was back then, way back then, and I was still in high school. And my brother-in-law had smoked some weed that was laced with meth, and he was tripping out badly, and my neighbors called an EMT and a state trooper to come and assist him in some way, and my brother-in-law took a swing at the EMT and the state trooper. That went as well as a 5-year-old's tea party. Not very well at all. Because I can guarantee you that my brother-in-law ended up having a big-ass dent in his forehead. Yeah, there's still more zombies around here. Nothing more American than kill all the zombies and let God sort them out. That did it.
Huh. There's a door here. I got some stairs that lead down into a crypt, Hardy.
How's the entrance? Is it accessible?
That fucking thing's flooded.
Shit. Alright, stay there. We're on our way down. Maybe Trevor can figure something out.
Oh, great. I'll just stand here and wait to get eaten. Fuck me.
I mean, you could grab some buckets and bail the water out. True, but it would be easier.
I left some things in her life. Good, healthy meal. God only knows what's down there. I need to be ready.
Yeah, you're dead. Been nice
I need my book from my clinic. I need to be ready.
I can make you a good, healthy meal if you bring me canned food.
I left some things in her life.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm actually going to get off here, everyone. I'm done with this stream for now. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button below, add a like, share this video or stream with your friends. Let me know what else I can do for you in the meantime. This is Dallas May, signing off.